I have been doing animation for 4 years and I'm trying to do the best animation possible every time. Doing 2D animation has been a lot easier than 3D animation, well I think so far. I want to talk about the 5 different types of animations. If I left out any animation that you like or you are doing, I don't care, and this video is very long to animate in 2 to 3 weeks, so yeah. And this is like the most common way to do animation, and also because I don't have enough frames. So the first one is claymation. In my opinion, claymation is very time consuming. It literally takes a whole day to do a whole scene. Wow. Claymation carries out a huge amount of imagination to create a film. But I'm not sure about that. It only takes a few days or hours to do the animation. But if you're doing claymation, do not expect me to help you on your movie, because I won't. Another question I have is, how do you have a lot of clay for the movie or the episode? Either you have a lot of money to buy a weekly supply of clay, or you reuse the clay and try to get the pieces out of the clay. The second one is stop motion. This plays out by taking a picture of something you have and you place it under a camera to make a moving image. Example, if you stop and look at a stop motion movie, they have replaceable faces, eyes, mouth expressions, and a lot more. Also, don't expect me to help you because I won't. And also, I tried and I hated it. I tried to make a stop motion video once before and I could make this into its own video, but I want to put it here because it isn't long enough. So I gathered 3 things, which were a drawing pencil, my old headphone case, and tape. Pause. Do you hate it when you get scammed? Because I have. So I searched up a stop motion application and it was even worse than using a dank potato. So I put my iPad on its side and took these crappy photos, and it took me 30 minutes to do this part, and the closing thing I used tape to hold it up, and also took me another 30 minutes to do so. So in total it took me an hour to do a 4-minute second animation. And dang it, I got scammed again. The third one is 3D animation. For me, I have nothing against 3D animation, I just don't like the high resolution. All I know about 3D animation is there's a lot of animation studios that does 3D animations. The designers have episode 6 on shoes, the storyboarders have scene 18 on jumping into a lake. They have to sit together and think of what they need to do in the next episode or movie. Another thing that they don't have is frame by frame or pose to pose, instead they have a thing called tweening. So what that is in Google definition is, tweening in animation is a short form in in-betweening, and it's the process of generating images that go between keyframes. Keyframes are the images at the beginning and end of a smooth transition. For example, an animated character could appear to jump from one point to another. So I hope that makes sense. The fourth one is traditional animation. Traditional animation uses a thing called cells. A cell, short for celluloid, is a transparent sheet on which objects are drawn or painted for traditional hand-drawn animation. And that is what they did back in the old days. The purpose of the cells were for the background so they didn't have to redraw the backgrounds over again. So when the colors animation came to life, it was a real struggle to keep the record of future presents. But that all ended when the computers took over. And the last one is 2D animation. The main reason why I use it is mainly because of its simplicity. In my opinion, I think it looks better to do 2D animation more than 3D animation. There isn't a lot of topics that I can talk about, well there is, but I am going to talk about the 2 ways to animate in 2D animation. There is pose to pose, which is more effective so the characters do not end too small or too big. And that is what amazing animators still use and is their favorite way to animate. Then there is frame by frame, which I still use to animate. And that is going by frame by frame. And that's it. And if you are interested in that, you can check Alan Becker, which teaches you about the 12 principles of animation. I would really check him out if I were you. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button and tell me what I could do better or use better differently. And have an amazing day.